let's say in Switzerland, right? Let's say, or anywhere else in the world, right? It doesn't matter where you come from at the end of the day when it comes to sponsors as well, right? Like you could be in one part of the planet, and if you've got some cool content, or if you've got something cool that people love, then maybe you can be picked up by, for example, Red Bull or anybody else from the world. It can happen to anybody anywhere in the world today.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, it might be different brands depending on where you're coming from, but it's about finding your own creative thing where that makes you unique. If you're just doing the same thing as a million others do already, then it's probably not very interesting for a sponsor. But if you have your own ideas, and it's not only not interesting for a sponsor, but also for the viewers. I mean, no one's going to watch a video that 10 others have already done. So you kind of have to find your own angle.
Yeah, find your own niche, right? That's something that I just want the guys who are watching right now to be motivated by like a small little thing. You could do something slightly different and have that emotional connection with your audience.
Yeah, and like for me personally, I did have some results as a racer, but those were not the results that made me known.
Yeah.
And then at some point we had the idea of doing those course previews at the World Cup.
Yeah.
And so I was talking while introducing the race course.
Yeah.
And those videos went immediately through the roof. And that wasn't planned. It was not. I was not like looking for doing this. It was just an idea that actually came through. Red Bull crashed ice, another crazy thing. We don't need to get into that.
Sure.
But the organizer of that one actually asked me, "Hey, could you do course previews for Red Bull crash ice for TV?" And I said, "Yeah, well, why not? Yeah, let's do it.
Give it a try." Yeah.
And then those were quite successful, and that's why I then asked, "Hey, why don't we do that in the Mountain Bike World Cup as well?"
तपाईले हाम्रो क्लिप एकदमै एन्जोय गर्नुभयो होला। अब पुरै भिडियो हेर्नको लागि चाहिँ युट्युबमा सब्स्क्राइब गर्न नबिर्सिनु होला।